Yesterday, that is in the Premier League fixtures, Manchester United managed to win their game up against that was Sunderland, 2-0, where we saw Benjamin Sesko scoring his second goal, and even that is Mason Mount scoring another goal. Arsenal also managed to win their game up against that is West Ham, where they scored still 2-0. The likes of Declan Rice and even Bukayo Saka managed to score, that is from the spot, and was playing as a captain. Chelsea in the big one managed to win, that was 2-1, courtesy of Estaveo Williams' late winning goal, that was in the 95th minute. That's what I will be talking about, the red card that was given, that is to Enzo Maresca, talking about that is Estaveo Williams, Bukayo Saka, and even how the fixtures went. Yesterday, that is the fans, Manchester United under Ruben Amorim made some few amendments, that is in the goal. This time sidelining, that is by Ndiri, and bringing in, that is the new signing, that is Ramins, who people even termed as the next Peter Schmeichel of Manchester United. On his debut, he managed to make, that was 2 crucial saves, and even managed to make that is a clean sheet for Manchester United, meaning that after the international break he will be back. This young man looked very stable, that is in goal, made so many successful passes compared to the likes of Bayindiri and even Andre Onana. On my side, I think that has taken over, that is the #1 goalkeeping spot, that is for Manchester United. The likes of Brian Mbeumo had an assist in this game. They were very good, that is for this game. Bruno Fernandes still was silent, but Benjamin Sesko, that is the signing expensively, managed to score, that is another goal, meaning has taken his tally now to 2 goals out of the 7 games. So far not so bad, since he's a new player adapting to life in Manchester United and even the Premier League. On this side, I can give him that is credit, and with so doing, it means that Manchester United have now moved, that is to 9th position in the Premier League, previously in the 14th position. That's a good improvement, more so to a team like Manchester United, one of the domitable big teams that is in English football. It will be of fun if at all they start to fight, that is for European position, compared to the position they finished in, that was last season. Back to Arsenal Football Club. Arsenal also managed to win 2-0, and with so doing, after hearing the news of Chelsea beating Liverpool, Arsenal are currently at the top of the Premier League table with around, that is 16 points. They had a good game, back-to-back wins. I think the team is somehow flowing. The chemistry in the midfield is somehow tickling out. The players are getting good communications, and even the lineup is feeling so smooth, that is for coach Mikel Arteta to decide who to play and who to bench, who to come in as a substitute. The big news or the bad news is that captain, that is Martin Odegaard, still after having a good game up against Olympiacos, that was in the midweek, which they managed to win still 2-0. This time was again substituted after news reaching to us that has gotten some shoulder problems, and this has been quite for a long time. But Mikel Arteta spoke, that is the media, after the game, that they will still they are still analyzing, making evaluation of how bad it could be, or it could be available after the international break. And with so doing, I think we will not go, that is doing the Norway national team in this international break. So the fans of Arsenal, I think it's a good one. Goalkeeper David Raya looked very stable in the goal. And Nuno Espirito Santo, that is the West Ham coach, despite of the loss 2-0, I see some improved performances, more so compared to the team of Graham Potter. Reason being, in his first game, he managed to grab a point that was up against Everton, that is at the Everton Stadium, making it, that is a single point. And with so doing, we can't demoralize him. Reason being that the team was playing against is one of the title contenders, and even in the Champions League they are enjoying, that is a good success. The biggest game was yesterday at night. That was the closing game, and this was Chelsea up against that is Liverpool Football Club. Chelsea came into this game after fighting with so many injuries, but they had come into this game after their 1-0 win up against, that was Benfica, in a goal that came in as an own goal, but is a win. A reason being that the first game in Munich they had lost 3-1, but they managed to come back, that is to winning ways. After 2 years of absence in the Champions League, they managed to come back, that is to winning ways, and winning that was in the Champions League. But the talking point was yesterday's game up against Liverpool. Coming into this game, Chelsea had some tests, that is on some of the key players, the likes of Moises Caicedo, the likes of Enzo Fernandez were 50% to play in this game. They had red card, that is for Trevor Charoba, who wasn't present. The likes of Tosin Adarabio was not present. The likes of Cole Palmer, that is the little magician, was not present. Liam Delap got an injury, was not present. Levi Colwill, the likes of Modric, almost 8 players were out, that is for Chelsea Football Club. And the talking point was, how will this young Chelsea squad hold up, that is the Liverpool attack, who had gone, that was 2 consecutive games only in losses, up against Crystal Palace in a late winner, and even up against Olympiacos, that was in Istanbul. But Chelsea managed to give them, that is their 3rd successful defeat, that was in a row. The game opened up intensely after Chelsea had gotten good news with the return of Romeo Lavia, the midfield general, alongside Bernard Badish, the defense maestro. We are all inclusive, that is in this game. Despite of Bernard Badish having a good game, he was substituted after still a recurring injury, and we hope within this international break maybe would recover back, that is the full squad, as Chelsea will be traveling, that is to the state grounds. The game opened up intensely, Chelsea having full control of this game, and Chelsea managed to open up the scoring after Chelsea had assembled still a good team with that is João Pedro leading the attack, Garnacho on one of the flanks, and even on this side, Pedro Neto in the midfield, Moises Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, Amaro Gusto, Richard James on one of the flanks, Marc Cucurella, Bernard Badish. It looked a good team, and Liverpool, they came into this game with no any injury. They had all their first 11 players, but Chelsea placed them from minute 1 until the last minute. Within the 14th minute, that is Moises Caicedo had opened up the scoring, that was for Chelsea Football Club, giving them, that is the upper advantage. Liverpool did not have any attempts on goal almost in the entire half time when Chelsea was just pressing them, and I give credit, that is the goalkeeper of Liverpool, currently the sit-in for Becker Allison, called Mama Shidiville, who was very instrumental, made almost 2 crucial saves. Chelsea would have won this game like 4-1. Chelsea has always had a youthful squad into this team. They kept on pumping Liverpool from minute 1 until the last minute. The key players, the likes of Florian Wirtz, are signed on a record transfer fee, did not participate, that was in halftime. They came on as substitute after playing 90 games without any crucial importance, that is on the team. The coach managed to sideline him, but even when he was brought back in second half, still he did nothing, as the midfield was being controlled by Moises Caicedo, who had sent away the Liverpool midfielders, taking them back, that is to add on the defense. And look, Chelsea looked very rampant. However, around the 62nd minute, Liverpool managed to get that is a goal through a combination of Alexander Isak, who stood firm in the Chelsea defense, and Cody Gakpo capitalized on that to score a goal with no threat, that is on goal. But that wasn't the end, as Chelsea kept pressing them ever since the 60th minute until that was the 97th minute, and Chelsea bringing in the substitute after Garnacho having a good game, Pedro Neto having a good game, Jimmy Gittens and Estaveo Williams, or the Brazilian sensation, managed to add more firepower, that is to the game. And with so doing, Chelsea managed to grab, that is the winning goal, through a combination of Moises Caicedo, Estavio Williams, and Marc Cucurella laying up an assist, and then the goalkeeper had no choice but only to let the goal into the back of the net after a massive pressure from this youthful Chelsea squad. Many pundits even stated earlier on that should Chelsea continue with such performances, I think Chelsea are ready to win either the Champions League or even the Premier League. Reason, they can beat any team they can play against that is in the world. Only that red cards have been a key, that is to Chelsea's poor run. Previous red card up against Manchester United cost the team. A red card up against Brighton cost the team when Chelsea was even leading comfortably 1-0. Again yesterday, because of excitement, this time it wasn't a player but the coach himself, that is the coach Enzo Maresca, and this time he was celebrated so much after being earlier on booked with a yellow card. He went to celebrate with over 50 yards of running with the boys, bringing back that is the Mourinho style of play or the celebration, and was given another yellow card, and thus that was a red card. But the fans of Chelsea, this was a good one. But big transfer news still. Sorry, big injury updates. Fans of Chelsea Football Club, Cole Palmer will be back. That is for Chelsea after the international break. That will be around the 18th of this month. The likes of Trevor Chalobah will also be present. The likes of Benoit Badiashile will also be present. So after the international break, we expect a huge return of so many